Shabbat Shalom, Chag Sameach, and welcome to 5 Minutes of Torah with a Beth Israel Rabbi. This coming Motzei Shabbat, this coming Saturday night, we begin the celebration of Simchat Torah, the holiday in which we celebrate finishing and beginning the annual reading of the Torah. Torah is, of course, at the very heart of what it means to be a Jew. It is our blueprint for a spiritual and a moral life. There is a story taught that Rav Papas ben Yehuda once approached Rabbi Akiva during the Roman control of the land of Israel. And the Romans at this point had prohibited the study of Torah. Rabbi Akiva had continued to not only study, but teach Torah in public. Rav Papas ben Yehuda said to Akiva, "Why are you doing this? You realize that you're risking your own life." And Rabbi Akiva told Rav Papas ben Yehuda the following story. He said that there was once a fish that was swimming back and forth trying to avoid the nets of fishermen. A fox came by and said, "Dear fish, why don't you join me up here on the dry land, and I will save you from the fishermen's nets. And don't worry, even though I'm a fox and you're a fish, nothing will happen to you." The fish said to the fox, "Dear fox, I thought you were the brightest animal of all. That's what they say. But don't you realize that if I, a fish, were to jump out of the water, I wouldn't be able to live? I can only truly live in water." The same is true, Rabbi Akiva said to Rav Papas ben Yehuda, for us as Jewish people. For us, we thrive on Torah. We need Torah in order to be able to exist as a people. In fact, it is the study and the following of Torah that has enabled us to make it from one generation to the next, despite all of the things that we have faced, all of the tragedies that we have faced, the expulsions from the land of Israel, and of course, the anti-Semitism that we have faced over the course of not only centuries, but literally thousands of years. As we celebrate the finishing and the beginning of the reading of Torah this coming Motzei Shabbat, this coming Saturday night, let us remember that even in the midst of this most difficult time period, that we will make it through with Torah by not only studying it, but fulfilling its edicts and fulfilling all that it teaches us. I'd like to encourage you, as part of our Torah study for this year, to join me this coming Tuesday morning as we begin a new Musar text, as we begin studying Or Yisrael by Israel Salanter. This will be a fascinating and important exploration of another Musar text, as we've just finished one that we began studying on the very first day of the shutdown. Musar, of course, is Jewish ethics, the study of Jewish morality. This text, which is a little over 100 years old, is built on thousands of years of Torah that preceded it. Please join us. I look forward to seeing you there, and I look forward to celebrating this coming Simchat Torah and this Shabbat with you. Shabbat Shalom and Chag Sameach.